Welcome to the IQ channel. We make fun, challenging trivia quizzes for everyone. Today's quiz is on general knowledge, with these categories. Clues across America. Poker hands. Mythology. Children's games. Musicals in other words. And first things first. Let's go. Poker hands for 800. In Texas Hold'em, these two cards are a Woolworth. $5 and $10. First things first for 800. In 1961, Soviet officials held the first radio talks with a man in space, this cosmonaut. Yuri Gagarin. Musicals in other words for 600. Yours truly's good-looking wife. My Fair Lady. Mythology for 600. With Athena's help, Hippias built this object in which the Greeks hid. The Trojan horse. Clues across America for 400. Chicago is called the Windy City, likely for the stiff breezes that come off of this lake. Lake Michigan. Poker hands for 400. If your two hole cards are an ace and a king, you've got a big this, like an oil spill. Slick. Children's games for 200. An early form of this pickup game used knucklebones. Jacks. Children's games for 1,000. The equipment you need to participate in a double Dutch tournament. A jump rope. Mythology for 400. Poseidon's son Polyphemus was one of these one-eyed creatures. A cyclops. Mythology for 200. As a constellation, this mythological princess is chained to a rock. Andromeda. Poker hands for 1,000. In 5-card poker, trips is another name for this hand. Three of a kind. Musicals in other words for 400. Miss Oakley, grab that firearm. Annie, get your gun. Musicals in other words for 200. Merry-go-round. Carousel. Musicals in other words for 800. Apartment payment. Rent. First things first for 1,000. In 1873, this U.S. city became the first in the world to have a permanent cable car service. San Francisco. Children's games for 600. You can put your hands on your head only if this person says that you can. Simon. Children's games for 400. The Scotch in hopscotch has nothing to do with Scotland, but refers to these lines. First things first for 400. In 2002, Steve Fawcett became the first to fly solo around the world in one of these. A hot air balloon. Mythology for 1000. In the mythology of these people, Yakatakuthli was the god of traveling merchants. The Aztecs. Clues across America for 600. You'll go south to Canada if you take the Ambassador Bridge from Detroit to this city. Windsor, Ontario. Children's games for 800. In tetherball, the object of the game is to do this. Wrap the rope around the pole. Mythology for 800. This heel of a hero fell in love with Penthesilea a little late, he'd already killed her. Achilles. Clues across America for 1000. Arthur Bryant's in this city has been a favorite of several presidents since Harry Truman. Kansas City. First things first for 600. In 1977, Janet Guthrie became the first woman to compete in both of these races. The Daytona 500 and the Indianapolis 500. Musicals in other words for 1000. Senora Perón. Evita. First things first for 200. The first group to sell 1 million records were these brothers with Tiger Rag in 1930. The Mills Brothers. Poker hands for 200. A pair of eights is called these, which you might find on your lawn in winter. Snowman. Poker hands for 600. If you've got a Dolly Parton and Hold'em, you've started off with these 2-hole cards. 9 and 5. Clues across America for 200. Plymouth Church in Brooklyn on this river was once a stop along the Underground Railroad. The Hudson. Clues across America for 800. The first event at Minneapolis US Bank Stadium was Chelsea vs AC Milan in this sport. Soccer. Final round. The category is Movie Classics. In Road to Morocco, this duo sang, like Webster's Dictionary, "We're Morocco bound." Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. We hope you enjoyed this general knowledge quiz. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment to suggest a new topic. Thanks for watching.